I'm Tada and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about poop. You know, everybody does it, and I'm going to be answering that burning question of what do I have in my poop kit? If you're new to backpacking, you're not sure what all you need to carry, I'm going to cover what I carry in mine and what has worked well for me, and hopefully this will help you out. This is my poop kit. It's not very big. It doesn't need to be very big. This is a bag that I made. I had some of this material left over from another project, and I just put it on the machine and made a little bag. It's not waterproof. I probably ought to do something more waterproof, but it is highly water resistant. I've had this for about 4 years, and it is still in pretty good shape. It seems to be losing a little bit of its water resistance, but I'll probably be making another bag. All right, for starters, when you're out backpacking and you find that you need to take a dump, you will need to be digging a hole. You do not want to put your crap on the ground. You don't want anybody stepping in it. You don't want animals eating it, rolling in it. You just need to be conscious of what you do with your excrement. You want to bury it. The recommendation is 6 inches deep. Now you can make your hole the cat hole as wide as you need it to be. You know, if you are someone who produces a lot of poo in one sitting, then you probably want to make it larger. Maybe even a little deeper, you know, just depending upon your bodily function. I also would recommend maybe going wider on the cat hole, because sometimes you can't aim great and drop it in the center. I've had that happen, and I would have to get a stick and push it back into the hole to cover it up. So I found if the ground is soft enough that you can, I will dig it a little wider so that I've got a little more target area to hit. Okay, enough of that. To dig that hole, you'll need something to dig with. Now, I've got a trowel. This one, a lot of people use the deuce of spades. I don't like that one because of I didn't like the shape of it, and it hurt my hand a lot. I know I've used one before, but I did not care for it. This was called I think this was called a prairie dog. They don't even make it anymore. But I love this shape, and it came with this little cord that just kind of keeps this edge, which is actually not very sharp. It just helps with digging. But anyway, anything you want to dig with, you can use a trowel, you can use a tent stake. Some people say you can use the heel of your shoe. I've not found that to be very productive unless the ground is just super soft. But you really want something that you can really cut into the soil to make that hole. So a trowel or some other digging apparatus. Now, I keep my other stuff in a Ziploc bag, and this acts more as my weather barrier in addition to this. I've had this bag probably 3 or 4 years. I probably need to replace it. There might be holes in it, I don't know, but you can see it's very well worn. And in this, I will keep I keep a bit of hand sanitizer, in case things get a little wild and maybe, you know, you get something on your hands. It's already here. You don't have to touch everything and put it away to get back to your backpack to get your hand sanitizer. And then who knows, you might have spread whatever got on your hands on everything else you touch. So I keep a little bit of this in here so I can go ahead and clean my hands, you know, somewhat before touching anything else. I also I picked these little Fresh Snaps moist towelettes. I think I got these at a restaurant. Like most times, if you go to a barbecue restaurant, they will provide these at the table. And I'll just grab a couple and keep in here in case things are a little messy. Maybe the toilet paper doesn't clean everything like you like, or, I mean, you know, you get it. Wipes for the extra mess. Toilet paper, of course, and then I know this says Crest, this is toothpaste, but this is actually diaper rash ointment put into a smaller tube. I had, of course, you can get them in any store in the trial section or from your dentist. And then once I had emptied one, I cleaned it out. You know, I put some warm water in it and I shook it really good, got all the toothpaste out, and then I let it dry. And then I just, you know, open them both up, put the two together, and squish some of this into this. Now, you may be asking, why do I have diaper rash ointment in here? It's for chafing back there, and it's also for And you will know what I mean if I say you get a mile down trail after you've pooped and you realize you have that little itchiness because you thought you cleaned well and you didn't, and there might be some remnants and they cause some irritation. This, once applied after you poo, after you've cleaned up, this will help with that and can be reapplied if necessary. I'm not going to go into any more detail than I already did, but lifesaver for me. It's just something that I need. Anyway, but this can also, if you didn't need it back there, you could, if you had some other chafing issues on your thighs or anywhere, anything that's rubbed, this can help cut down on that irritation. Okay. Toilet paper. There's not a whole lot I can say about that because you know what toilet paper is. But I do want to show you something interesting. This is my toilet paper. I make mine in little rolls because it seems to pack better, and I can, when I put this in here, I don't have to take the whole thing out to use it. I can just set this down. You know, when you've dug your cat hole and you're squatting over it, maybe you aren't, but me, I have a little trouble keeping my balance, and I just need everything ready to go. Grab this, grab that, you know, do what I need to do. So I leave this sitting here in front of me, and I will pull this out a little bit, and I might even tear off a couple of squares, but I want it ready to go when it's time to wipe. So I leave that little roll inside of there, and I can pull this out. It's kind of like a little dispenser, like that. So obviously you see this is not a regular roll like this with the core. Some people will take a whole roll. Now that would be probably for through hikers. They'll take this core out, the cardboard part out, and they'll just take the whole, smush it and take the whole roll. Since I section hike, I don't need to really do that. I have been out for like 12 days at a time, but I was stopping in places, so I just got some more toilet paper. But what I do is that to make these little rolls, I just start rolling this like this on a toilet paper roll. And just roll, roll, roll. Like that. Just go, go, go until I get this to where I think it's enough. I will end up usually making 3 of these rolls to put into this bag, and I keep 3 in there at all times. I don't get them very big because I don't want a whole lot in here to make that real bulky, but I'll do about like that. Keep that in there. Then I will make an additional roll. You see I got one that's a partial. But anyway, I'll go ahead and make an additional roll of the toilet paper, and I will put that in my clothes bag as an emergency, an absolute emergency. And I will not give that toilet paper up for any reason unless it's an absolute emergency. I do not want to be out on trail without some way to wipe. I am not fond of leaves. It just doesn't do a good job. This is one of my things that I am hard pressed to give up. If somebody has run out, it's not my problem. That's about it. I don't know what else to tell you about it other than, you know, do the right thing when you're out in the woods and you need to go. Don't put it on the ground. Don't do it on the ground and put a rock on it, because somebody else may come up and go, oh, I need this rock, and then they go and pick it up and there's your pile of crap. Don't do that. Bury it. Bury it. And then once you bury it, if you'll lay some sticks on top, if you want to put the stone on top of what's already buried with leaves and put the stone on there just to keep it covered over to keep animals from digging up, that's fine. But don't poop and throw a rock on it. Don't do it. Don't poop on the ground. Don't poop in the trail. I ran across, I've seen plenty of toilet paper on trail, but one time I ran across there was like a downed tree that had broken off and it was sitting off to the side. It was probably 3 feet off the ground. There was a pile of poop on top of this tree with a pile of toilet paper right on top, just like a candle, just sitting on the side of the trail. I mean, here was the trail, here was the tree, poop, toilet paper. Tacky. Don't do it. Tacky. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. So that is what's in my poop kit. 3 rolls of toilet paper, small rolls, into my bag with my booty cream, My little hand wipes just in case things got a little wild. My hand sanitizer. And my trowel. I'll keep this. I don't know that this even... Oh, it does. It still zips. I was thinking it had stopped zipping. This is a pretty hefty bag. This is a freezer bag. That's why it's lasted so long. Don't get a sandwich bag. Get a freezer bag. That goes in there. And then when I'm through covering up my mess, you should never have poop on your trowel. Just don't. If you need to move your poop into your hole, use a stick, some leaves, or anything else. Don't use your trowel because you don't want to get poop on it and transfer it and get on everything, because then you touch and you transfer germs everywhere. So that, my trowel, in my little bag with my little drawstring, and that's it. And I want to just say, when you are out doing a long distance section hike or through hike or whatever, and when you get into town and you need to resupply your toilet paper, some of the hostels are okay with you borrowing a little toilet paper, but a lot of them will say, we have a roll of toilet paper as $1. What you can do is, if there's several of you that need the toilet paper, just buy a roll from them. Don't steal their paper, and then you can split it up, 3-4 ways, and you should have plenty to go around. Toilet paper is not very heavy, so it's okay if you want to pack a lot of it. Like I said, I keep those little 3 rolls there, plus some extra in my clothing bag. And it doesn't hurt to carry extra. It will not break your back to have enough toilet paper. Just don't get to where you are without. That's no fun. No fun at all. I did that one time. I accidentally ran out, but I was having some poop troubles, and I ended up using some leaves, but they didn't seem to do a good job of cleaning. And I also used a stick, because all I could think in my mind was like, our ancestors used corn cobs to clean, and I thought, well, that stick will work. Well, I ended up with some abrasions back there, which, of course, thank goodness I had my diaper rash cream to cover over that, but it did not feel good. So pack plenty of toilet paper. Don't get yourself in a bad situation. It's okay to carry more than what you need. It's okay. All right, if this video was helpful to you, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already, and hit that little notification bell. Ding, ding, ding. You'll get notified every time I drop a video. All right, see you later.